that dude. Bet I see you from the top, yeah, real soon. Looking down on the haters that I've been through. Told them I'll see you later, yeah, big truth. I keep a real good pace. Built a big house, damn, look at that place. Up in my mind, cause that's my space. House so big, full of positive things. And I can't be shook, cause I ain't no rook, man, I wrote the book.
Woo! What a nice intro. Nice new intro from our guy, Walt, who's been killing it with the graphics and all of that good stuff. Chat, let us know what you all think about the new intro that Walt just presented. I saw a lot of good stuff, man, going from the old to the new. Man, a lot to get excited about. What's going on, Bears fans? Terry, what's going on? Walt, what's up, baby? It's game week. It's game time, finally. How y'all feeling?
Yes, and I'm ready, man. I'm feeling great. Season kicks off tomorrow, and I'm all in. I done put the message out to everybody. If you're not a sports fan and it's football season, do not contact me unless you are dying.
Yeah, we got Thursday, Friday, and Sunday games. I mean, Sunday alone in my house is football day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we're gonna be spoiled this
and we
week,
got
man.
the fresh shirts too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, show them off. Show them off.
Oh yeah, we
got
got
the Gridiron Podcast gear. The
Yes,
swag,
indeed.
we dripping right now. We dripping.
Yes, sir.
Man, we looking good. Shout out to everybody in the chat who rocking with us. I know we're a little late, man, but please stay with us. Plank, what's up, my guy? Eric Harper. In the huddle, Chicago. That's my guy, Walt, right there. Swifty.
Sir.
Who else we got in here right now? Mikey, what's up, baby? Hope you're feeling better. Hey, Mikey, you got a package. It's on the way. It should be there soon, baby. Hopefully before game day. You'll be looking as good as we are right now.
Yes, sir.
Who else we got in there? I think people are still filing in right now, which is all good. Man, fellas, are you guys as excited as I am about this season? Man, it's just, man, I'm overjoyed right now, man. Finally, we just got to see the final episode of the Hard Knocks series. You guys want to tell us your thoughts on it? Terry, I think you just said you didn't get a chance to see that yet. But Walt,
yeah, I'm watching that as soon as the podcast is over. So yeah.
For sure. Man, it was good. I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. What about you, Walt? How did you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, the last night's episode was pretty interesting. I kind of like how they went into depth about the different cuts and all that, so that was good to see. I want to jump back to the week before with Ian Wheeler in the game of Kansas City real quick. I am a little upset with the Hard Knocks team for one reason. We highlighted Ian Wheeler and his injury. We completely glossed over Doug Holman and him being carried off in an ambulance. I find that a little bit I don't know. That's no, just rubbed me the wrong way. It's almost like the injury didn't happen, and it did. And don't get me wrong, I love Ian Wheeler. I think he's a good kid, but man, you got to show stuff like that.
Yeah,
you can't just, So that's my only real problem with the show. But overall, I thought it was cool. I thought it was nice to see, Velas get a little more time, and you kind of got to see exactly what the coaches thought about him. Eberflus is saying he can be a game changer at certain positions, and Chris Morgan was Chet. Who's the running back coach again? I always get it confused. It's Chad Morgan, right?
Chad Morgan, yep. Chad Morgan.
Yeah, so he's hot on the kid too, and I'm glad. He made the team. He earned his spot, and all the haters out there, forget you.
Don't give it away, Walt. Don't give it away.
That's me, Walt. That's me. Like, man, that was me at one point. But the Bears absolutely love him, like you said. I'm trying not to give too much away for Terry, but yeah, they love him, man. Like they said, Terry, I got to say this, man. They had a trade offer for him. They had a trade offer for Vegas, and Ryan Poles was like, I want nothing less than a 4, and he really didn't want to trade him at all because they really feel like they unlocked him. They think that he has a lot of potential and he could be great. They like him running in between the tackles and his speed on the outside. So they think he's going to be a pretty good player at running back. So looking forward to seeing that this year and how that evolves, man. He still has a lot to learn, as he acknowledged, and they did too. But, man, he's going to have some big plays this year in the backfield.
Yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it was also good to see, man, Ryan Poles, man. What do you think about the part? Ryan Poles having to walk out of the room when he had to talk to Adrian Colbert, man, that was interesting to me, man. Like the man
close my
starting
ears.
all right. Oh man, I forgot Terry. Too many
Yeah.
spoilers for you, Terry.
No,
You gotta
I'm gonna
just
watch
do
it regardless. So you already know I'm I'm a Bears fan, so I'm gonna watch it regardless.
All right, my bad, bro. I forgot that quick. But that
I
was,
mean, with that, Sam, we kind of, and even Terry, we kind of know what already happened with some of these guys, so
Yeah.
it's really not that big of a spoiler. But it was interesting to watch his reaction, especially towards Adrian Colbert. So they definitely have this relationship, and you don't really see that among GMs to players. Maybe GMs to coaches, because they're in the room every day with one another. But just to see him take his time out and be like physically moved by this player, it speaks volumes of the man's character. I'd say that.
Absolutely. That's how I felt about it too. Well, like, man, Ryan Poles is just a great guy, man. He really cares about these players, man. And he was right, man. Adrian Colbert, he did everything he could to make the team. He did everything right, man. It's a numbers game. Sometimes you get caught up in that. The Bears drafted Elijah Hicks. So naturally they want to give him more opportunity to develop and to see what he can be. And he's the younger of the two players. So you got to kind of understand why they made the decision that they did. And Adrian took it like a champ, man. Like, man, the guy is like spiritually grounded. I love that dude, man. I'm hoping he lands on his feet somewhere. If I haven't saw that they brought him back to the practice squad, but hopefully he lands somewhere, man, because he was a good dude too, man. And man, I just really hate to see when guys get cut in their dreams or in the wind right now. I'll just say that it's not over for them until it's over, until they decide that it's over, really. But right now, it's just everything's up in the wind until you land with another team.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was 30 years old. I thought he was younger than that. I thought he was more like 27, 28.
So did I. He's in great shape for a 30-year-old, right? So, yeah, I mean, the kid can still play. He can move. He still has speed. Like, I don't know, why any other team wouldn't take a chance on Adrian Colbert, at least on the practice squad. So we're rooting for you, dude. And anytime you don't play the Bears, man, you're one of our guys. You are. For sure.
Marcel, what do you think of the conversation between Brett Rippon and, Matt Eberflus, Ryan Poles, and then the sidebar of Austin Reed and Ian Cunningham?
That was interesting to me, man. Like, why Poles wasn't having a conversation with the rookie quarterback. I know that. So Poles and Flus were really interested in bringing Ryan back to the Bears, but they knew that there was a chance that he would be signed, and lo and behold, the Vikings pick him up, and he makes a 53-man roster, which I thought that he should. I thought he played very well when he had the opportunity to play. But our rookie, undrafted free agent, I can't even think of his name right now.
You talking about
quarterback Austin Reed. Austin Reed did really well in this preseason as well. Like he said on the show, most undrafted free agents don't even get the opportunity to play as much as he did. And he had a lot of opportunity, and he showed well, man. I think that he showed a lot of good leadership too in the huddle, man. Just that last bit from the last episode where he was, getting the guys round up to go to the victory formation. What did he say? Something about, this preseason team will be recognized as one of the greatest preseason teams of all time. Something like that. Like, I love that from him, man. And I think he has a lot of potential, and the Bears see it as well. So I'm glad that both guys got the opportunity to land somewhere. I'm glad that Brett Rippon got the opportunity to land on a 53-man roster. He has a great coach up there in Minnesota. He might get the opportunity to play again this year. Hopefully not against us.
Right.
Because I just hate to beat him so bad. But I'm also glad that we got Austin Reed, man, as a young developmental quarterback, man, sitting back in that room, man. I love the relationship that him and Cole Kmet have developed as well. And he just seems like a good dude, man. And I'm always rooting for good people. So, hey, it was good to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Everything worked out for both of them.
Yeah, it's one of those, the final episodes, a little bittersweet because you only get 5 episodes, right? So you got to fit so much in, and they always leave you wanting more. So that's good on their part. They did their job, but I'm just ready for the regular season now at this point.
Yeah.
Like I said, the show ended. It kind of sucks. You're not going to see it again for a while, but at the same time, its ending means that football is here.
Yes. But
yeah,
one thing I want to talk. Last thing I want to talk about on the show from the show, that mashup that they did with Caleb Williams in practice with all the practice throws. That was pretty cool, right? Like that was a cool mashup. Really I don't think I've ever seen them do that before in previous seasons where they did the little mashup. You have no idea what's coming though, Terry. So I can say that, and you wouldn't know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's pretty cool how they did that, man. And they would kept going back to him in the huddle or going back to him under center and then going back to him talking to the coach on the side. And then it was just moving so fast and back and forth, but it was smooth. It was so smooth as well. So I just like that a lot. I thought that was a pretty cool feature. You probably saw it on Twitter already. I see it posted on Twitter a lot right now. But that was a cool thing that I saw that I haven't seen in years past. So anything else anybody in the chat saw from this last episode that we missed that you think that we should be talking about? Post that so we can talk. We'll talk about it real quick. But other than that, it's game time, baby. It's game time. The 53-man roster is set, like Walt said. You want to touch on that, Walt?
Yeah, 53 set. I mean, we got our injury reports in today. Not too bad. I'll pull it up here for you guys. We have Keenan Allen, Garon, Ryan Bates, Roshan is out. Well, not out, but just limited. Zach Pickens and Montez Sweat. But it is only Wednesday, so we got 2 more days to get the guys healthy, and hopefully they'll all be set for Sunday.
Yep. Yeah, what's interesting on there is Zach Pickens listed as limited, along with all these other guys on the injury report. We thought that he would be out for a while. There was talks about him possibly landing on the IR. So it's good that, he's healing up quick, and hopefully, man, he'll be ready to roll sometime soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll definitely be great. We definitely, because we've drafted him pretty high, and we want to see what he's made of, especially with a defense like we have, especially on that defensive line. So I'm really pulling for him. He's come out of South Carolina, so I know he comes from good stock. You know what I mean? But I'm pulling for everybody. I'm pulling for everybody on there. And then with Roshan, that's the reason why we haven't seen him in the last 2 games, because of that toe injury. But hopefully he's able to go. Roshan's a good young man. So I'm really hoping that he really solidifies his role. I know he's quote unquote the 3rd string running back right now, but every opportunity that he gets to play, he has to dominate and show that he's worth it.
Which I fully think he could do, man. I think there is a role for him on this team, man. I actually felt like Roshan could have taken the place of the fullback. I thought that we would have kept Brandon Bates, who was released and then picked up by the Jets.
I think it was
Brandon Bates, who I thought had a really good preseason, man. Kentucky tight end, who showed out, a big guy, big target, who blocked well, and he played great on special teams, man. I thought he did everything to make the team. But Bears decided to bring back the fullback blasting game, which meant that Brandon Bates, they were trying to get to the practice squad, but the New York Jets were like, no way, we beat that dude. Yeah. Come on over here. So, and it's good for him too, man. Good for him too. I'm rooting for guys to make the actual 53-man roster, especially guys who showed up and showed out, and he definitely did that. He deserves to be on the team. But we got our roster set. Like you guys said, man, Roshan is going to be a part of this team. Rojo, he gonna get down. He gonna get down this year. That backfield is the running back room is stacked. I think we have a really good running back room, and I think everyone brings a little bit something different, which I also like. But I think all of those guys can play. So I'm just interested in seeing how they're deployed this season by our great offensive coordinator Shane Waldron.
Yeah, he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeves. I can guarantee you on that. So I'll tell you what, man. I this time of the year for football, it's like no other. And for us to have a matchup starting off tomorrow with Kansas City and the Ravens, right? I mean, that is literally probably going to be the battle of the AFC Championship, possibly, you know. And one of those two teams will probably be playing the Bears in the Super Bowl. I'm really hoping. Hey, I know it's early, but a man can wish, right?
Hey, manifesting right now. I'm with you.
Yeah, a man can wish, but you know.
Absolutely.
But honestly, though, this is a great time of the year, and you know, I tell people all the time, don't base week one on the entire season, because even though we've had preseasons and different things like that, a lot of these players didn't play, and if they did, it was very sparingly. So we can't judge week one by the entire team, but if you come out swinging and you win, that's a direct reflection of not only the coaches but the team and how they bought into the system of every coach. So if there's a team that blows out another team, that offense, that team is, you could tell they're clicking on all cylinders.
Yep, absolutely.
And just quickly, that was another thing that you noticed throughout Hard Knocks itself, was the culture of the team and how they kind of feed off each other's energy. And I don't know if we saw that in previous years. I mean, we didn't have the insight that we had this year, but even on like the sideline, you just kind of see a difference. You saw that in week one of last year, where losing to Green Bay, everyone was just kind of deflated.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it seems like these guys all like each other. They've really gotten an opportunity to know each other. It seems like they're all pushing for each other, you know, and pushing each other to be better. So, like, you're right, Walt, man. The culture of this team just seems like nothing I've ever seen before. You know, I haven't seen that on any team I've been a part of. Haven't seen it on any of the other. I haven't seen this on any of the other Hard Knocks, to be honest. This culture, like this team, just seems really tight knit. Like they're all rooting for each other, man, and they're all competitive too. It seems like everybody's kind of wired the same way with that competitive edge, and everyone wants to be great. So everyone works hard, you know, and pushes each other. So, like, man, like that can take you a long way, man. It's just believing in each other and fighting for each other, man. And, you know, Blues brought that here. Blues started that, you know, for as much as we all were talking about Blues and not knowing whether Blues was the guy. I think he's really put this together. He talked about culture towards the end of the season when someone asked him in one of those press conferences about what was he proud about, and he spoke about the culture. We never got the opportunity to see that. You know, everyone kind of rolled their eyes at that. I remember all of the beat writers rolling their eyes. He's talking about culture. They've lost 14 games. Like, what does he mean, culture? And hey, lo and behold, that culture is tight. That locker room is a tight-knit group. Even the guys they brought in this year just like fell right in and, you know, fit right in like a glove. And it's good to see, man. And I'm hoping that takes us a long way, man. That chemistry on and off the field, man, can take a team a long way. So, man, like Terry said, man, we're not out of the Super Bowl until we out of the playoffs. And, you know, we're not out of the playoffs yet. So we still in it. We have an opportunity to do something special with Caleb Williams being a great generational talent. So, hey, maybe he can be that first rookie quarterback that makes it to the Super Bowl. So I'm rooting.
I'll take it. And we talk about culture, right? Then we talked about, we haven't spoken about it, but our 8 captains that we got, and Caleb being one of the captains, that culture, you know, they thought highly enough of him to be a 22-year-old young man being a captain of the storied franchise of the Chicago Bears.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look
who decided to pop in right now. Look at this
What's
dude.
up?
Ooh, looking good in that orange too.
Yeah, man. Hey, you smooth right now, man. I see you. Flash him up. Got
the guns.
We ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But them 8 captains made a difference, man, and that speaks volume as to the leadership that we have in this room. When you talked about leadership before, Samo, and you talked about culture, you definitely have. So those team captains are elected by oftentimes the players and the coaches. So
yep, absolutely. Yeah. And that means that Caleb that dude is extremely mature. We've seen it from beginning to end. You know, there was a lot of talk in the off season, before the draft, and all of that stuff about his character and who he was. But everything we've seen is the exact opposite of that. The kid is extremely mature, extremely focused, extremely talented. I don't know what else. He's a leader, naturally a leader of men. Like, man, he's just a good overall person. As everyone talks about him, like he's, just this great person from his previous teammates to his current teammates. Like,
yes,
he's
sir.
doing everything right now, man. So I'm rooting for him to just be that generational talent that, live up to that label, and right now he's putting in the work, and that's all you have to do. Once you put in that work, man, it's going to pay off. And that guy seems like he's been putting in the work, and that's why he was voted the captain, because they're watching this dude put in the work to be great. And they're seeing the maturity, the maturation, the development of him, how he's developed from the first day of rookie camp to now. They're saying like it's like night and day. Like the dude couldn't make a call in the huddle, he couldn't spit out the cadence, and now he's rattling out plays and probably out there audibling, and we saw with the matchup that he's hitting, he's making moves, and he's hitting guys in stride. So, man, I'm just so excited to see this because we've never had this as a Bears team. So, man, I take
it you excited, Samo?
Let's go, man. I can't wait till Sunday, man. I really can't.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game.
What's up, Will? What up, Will?
Man, look, I'm so happy right now, man. I'm telling you, like, the game day is almost here. The excitement right now.
The shirts.
We got the shirt. So guess what, everybody? Go get your shirts, because I think Walt has put the link in the up. Where you put the link at, Walt?
It's in the description for the video here. So,
like, look, I got former players hitting me. I got some current players hitting me. They want to be a part of it. Man, look, I'm feeling so good right now, guys. That's why I'm a little late, because look, we about to have this year's gonna be super special, guys. And we want all of y'all to be a part of this. Like, game one coming up. We got a special show Friday morning. Well, we'll talk about that later. But all the stuff that's getting ready to happen this year, guys, we're gonna keep the focus on the team.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm smelling easy between 12 14 wins. We're going to win the North. We ain't giving it back. And I'm predicting at a minimum we're going to the NFC Championship, guys. Like
before we do all that, we got to start 1-0 this week, man.
Exactly.
Exactly. Man.
We got to start 1-0 this week.
Let's talk about them Tennessee Titans, man.
We're going to do week to week, baby. You know what I'm saying? We talk about and look, let's be honest, because I'm looking. I see the Titans. I think D-Hop going to play this week. They got Calvin Ridley. They got another wide receiver, too, that I think his last name Burt.
Traylon Burks.
Trey Burks.
Traylon Burks.
Yeah, but D Hop is not going to be as active as you think he is, because he coming off a knee injury. So they're going to get him set play. Because he didn't play in the preseason. You got to gradually bring him back in there, because one false cut, especially on Soldier Field's grass, you already know how that is. Man, they're going to take it easy.
Man, yeah. Hey, did y'all get to go into a lot of detail about the final episode of Hard Knocks before we go?
Oh yeah, we done went through that one.
Okay,
and I haven't seen it yet, so I'm seeing it right after this show. So we've already buried it.
Man,
we gave him some spoilers already. We gave him enough spoilers already.
Yeah, spoiler alerts, man. Because man, it's all I'm gonna say is gonna be a tearjerker on it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
It is.
All right, I'm gonna watch it right after the show.
But let's get back to them Titans though. Chris Harris, former Bear, coming in on the opposing side. Like, and we're gonna talk offense. Okay, who they got? They got the running back from Dallas. What's his name?
Pollard.
Let me set this up for you. Man.
Go ahead, Samo.
Let's just evaluate their roster, man, because I did some study. I like to study their opponent. I'm going to tell y'all this roster real quick, man. Real quick. I'm just going to run through it. Running backs, they got Tony Pollard. We all know him from Dallas days. They have Tajay Spears. We know him from Tulane. There was a little running back, little scat back that we saw. There you go. Mark in the wall. Oh, boy, well, I didn't even know Walt had this for you guys.
Hey, Walt's always ready.
Stay ready. I like that, Walt. But yeah, man, we got Tajay Spears. They got receivers. If you mentioned Calvin Ridley, D Hop. They got Tyler Boyd. Remember from Cincinnati?
That was a good pickup for them.
Yep. Tight end. Okunwo. I don't think he's not a really good tight end. I don't think we too much have to worry about him. Their offensive line, though, 3 guys on their offensive line that we're all familiar with. Peter Skoronski from Northwestern, a player that we were all interested in bringing to Chicago a few years ago. Last year, we were all interested in, this past year, summer, we were all interested in bringing Lloyd Cushenberry from Denver to Chicago as our center. That's who they ended up signing him. And J.C. Latham out of Alabama, the big offensive tackle. He's starting on their left side this year.
Bless his heart.
Yeah, he's about to catch it, man. He's a big dude. I don't even think that he's fit for left tackle, man, but that's their offense. 6'6", 340 or something. Like, he's a huge guy. He is kind of heavy-footed to me, and overly aggressive. So it's gonna be interesting to see him try to mature at that left tackle position. I think he's more of a right tackle personally, but man, what do you guys think about that offense facing our defense? You just heard of these guys. You just heard all of the guys on their roster. Does that strike any fear in any of you for our defense?
I mean, the big thing is
wide receiver. You know who the quarterback is.
Yeah. The big thing is going to be for Tennessee are those tackles, right? You don't know what you're getting right now. J.C. Latham was great in college, very good player. But this is the NFL. You're going to have your rookie moments, right? And then the other guy they have was a tackle out of Ohio State.
Out of Ohio State, yep.
Yeah. It was a
Pettifree.
Pettifree.
Yeah, Pettifree.
Yeah, so I know he had the suspension last year, and he wasn't that great.
Yep. Nope.
Either. So I mean, you got any of those guys, either one of those guys lining up against Montez Sweat or D-Walk, and then you're going to bring in Darnell Taylor and Austin Booker behind that. Yeah, the defensive ends are going to feast.
Yeah, they go. And not to take anything away from Tennessee, because you gotta, everybody's on that roster, so somebody's talented. But quite honestly, I think the defense still wants to have that something to prove, because they've heard, he was a top 5 defense at the end of the season, right? They don't want to. They don't want you to say at the end of the season. They want to say now, starting a new year, the Bears have had a consistent defense from the beginning to the end, and not just the last 8 games or 7 games that they go off of for our defense. We've added a couple of pieces. We've kept a lot of the nucleus that we needed, which is important. Keeping people on your team and creating that continuity is definitely important. And I think Chicago, I wouldn't be surprised, quite honestly. I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. I wouldn't be surprised if we have more than 3 turnovers this game for the defense.
I'm with you, Terry, because I expect us to have a lead in this game, and I expect them to be forced to pass the ball, and I don't think that their offense is going to be built for that to start the season. Let me just take it back and say that they have an entirely new coaching staff. Bill Callahan from Brian Callahan, who's the former offensive coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals, is now their head coach. He has never called plays. He has a offensive coordinator who was the passing game coordinator from Jacksonville Jaguars. He has never called plays. He has a defensive coordinator who was the former DB coach for the Baltimore Ravens. He has never called plays. So that coaching staff is extremely young and inexperienced from top to bottom, and I think it's going to take them some time to kind of figure out the play calling rhythm and pretty much try to understand their players too. So I think that's an advantage for us. We've been through it with Nagy. We've been through it with Getsy. So we understand like what it's like to have a play caller who's never called plays. Who just inexperienced in that realm. So, that takes some maturation, some time to mature, and some time to develop, just like the player does. So, that's an advantage for us. I feel like even though they have good players on offense, I think it's going to take those offensive coordinators and the head coach some time to figure out, how to string together those plays, especially against the top 5 defense, man. I think this is like a bad pull for them. And let's go to their defense against our offense. Their defense stars L'Jarius Sneed, who they signed in the offseason, really good cornerback from Kansas City. Of course, Jeffrey Simmons, who plays in the middle. He plays that position that Akeem Hicks played in the 3-4 defense. He is a beast. We all know that he is a beast. But they also have someone interesting who Bears fans were enamored with in the draft, who is Savondre Sweat, playing their nose tackle. So it'll be interesting to get a chance to see him. Extremely athletic, big guy, man. So we'll see, how he fits into the NFL. I love their edge rushers. I loved Harold Landry when he was coming out of Boston College a few years ago, and Arden Key out of
LSU.
Yep, Arden Key out of LSU. I love him a lot. They got some veterans at safety and Quandre Diggs. They got Jamal Adams and Amani Hooker. Nothing that I fear, but I think these are some pretty good players. But like I said, I feel like it's going to take some time to put it together, and all those guys to figure out how to work together with a new defensive coordinator and a new defense, who I just think that gives us somewhat of an advantage, because we too are starting with a new offense, but we have an experienced offensive coordinator who knows what he wants. We have experienced players who've been in the league for a while in our skill positions. So I don't know. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, I think you hit it right on the head. Even though we have a new offensive coordinator, we have the same head coach. So, that plays a lot, you know what I mean? Because the players that were there last year don't have to learn everything about a coaching staff, because they know the head coach is there. Ryan Poles has been there, so as a GM, so he's kind of eased the burden off a lot of these guys where they don't have to come in and try to prove it to their coaches. Yeah, we do have a new offensive coordinator, but I think they adopted the whole Waldron immediately, and it's a good fit for everybody in this offense. It's quite honestly, you see all these wide receivers that we have. Any one of them can eat at any given time, and it's going to be very difficult for a defense, no matter what defense is out there, to try to guard. You're going to tell somebody, all right, go ahead and guard DJ Moore, then Keaton Allen, then Roma Duze, then Tyler Scott is going to keep running your defense so raggedy because he's going to keep going long. And then you got to worry about Bayless Jones and all that speed. And don't forget about Swift. Oh, and then Roshan, so there's a lot. We've never had an opportunity to say, Cole Kmet. We've had
look, guys, look, it's not just Shane Waldron now. Like Kerry Joseph, Thomas Brown.
Oh yeah.
Preach, Gordon,
preach.
We got an entrenchment of offensive minds and talent at each skill position group. When you mesh that, man, the mismatches are going to be off the chart, and that's why I'm saying, guys, our offense is going to be so dynamic this year. It's not going to be the 15 screens that Getsy was doing last year.
You don't like those 15 screens?
No, not at all.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. So I just because you mentioned offense, and this just came to me. What do you guys think is going to be the first play of Chicago Bears offense? The first play of the game.
Play action, going deep to their own.
Okay. What about you, Samo?
Man, I think they're gonna run Swift, man. I think they're gonna hand it off and run to Swift, man. Set the tone.
Walt, what you think?
They're going to start the same way they did in the preseason, running the ball right up the middle.
Yep.
I think it's a play action. They're going to open this thing up in Soldier Field the first game of the first play.
Hey, I would love to see it, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I would love.
And it may go to Cole Kmet versus the other receivers that's out there, because he's probably going to be open.
Oh yeah. Cole should have a lot of space, man, in his offense because of the threats around him. He's going to be the forgotten man. Him and J.R. Everett, man, they should eat really well. And they're big targets too, easy to locate for Caleb Williams.
Mercedes Lewis too.
Yep. So yeah, man, it could be, man. We could go out and light it up because from what I've heard, they're going to be an aggressive defense. They want to play aggressive, which means they're going to try to blitz. They're going to try to light Caleb up. And hey, I'm for it. I think he's smart enough. I love his pocket presence, the way that he moves in the pocket. I think that he's going to buy himself some time. he's going to pick them apart. They're going to make them pay for blitzing him. If they want to bring 7 guys at once, hey, more power to you, because he's going to find a guy, and he's going to find them quick. And, we have guys that can run after the catch. As long as he just gets the ball into their hands, we're going to get 20 yards, and we're going to eat chunk yards. That's what I'm looking forward to. But we got to establish that run game first, man. That's what I'm just looking for.
But that's what Cynical Chuck is saying. His first play of the game, swift power sweep.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got to establish that running game. And it's going to be hard against this defense because they got some big bodies. They got some big bodies.
You got Jeffrey Simmons. Come on. And then they just picked up Ernest Jones. Ernest Jones is a mark. I forgot to mention him. Yes. Yeah, he's a beast, bro. Wheel linebacker to my sideline. No.
They got him for nothing.
They got him for nothing.
This was a captain. This guy was a captain on the Rams. 145 tackles, 4.5 sacks last year. They got him for like a 6th-round pick or a trading pick.
Oh, my God. They got him for peanuts.
For nothing. So, he's a really good linebacker. And they already had Keith Murray. I think Keith Murray was from out of Oklahoma a few years ago.
Not the rapper Keith Murray coming from the north, south, east, and west.
No. Not that one. Yes, sir. They got some pretty good players on their defense. But like I said, they're young, man, and they still trying to mature and come together and develop that continuity. So we have the opportunity to come out and hit them in the mouth, like I said.
Yeah, so, we need to. I wonder what you might know what the forecast is going to look like.
They said it's supposed to be really nice out, like 73, sunny.
Oh wow, yeah, that's beautiful.
That's perfect weather. That's bear weather.
Yeah.
We're already getting our first prediction. Hendricks says 31-17 Bears.
He just said 30. Hey, I'll take it, Hendricks, anytime.
Hey, whoever has the closest prediction, we got a gift for you. That's all we got to say.
Yeah.
Whoever has the closest.
So put your predictions in the score.
Everybody put your predictions in the chat. We got a gift for you.
Yes,
Hendricks said 31-17. So
I like that,
it.
Hendricks.
I like
31-17, man. I like 31-17 a lot. It looks
that's still too many points we're giving up.
73 degrees. Oh my.
Hey, them garbage time points. They're probably gonna be garbage time points.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so.
We have backups in.
Yeah, because last year I know Green Bay got a pick 6. Man, that pissed me off thinking about that. So as long as Caleb take care of the ball, man, look, this should be a rout.
Yeah, so we got Hendricks. He's the only one that put his score up there so far, right?
Say Jake Grizz just put 28-10,
okay.
32-6 by Dr. Earl. Hey, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. 32-6.
64 to -3. Now that's a hell of a score there.
If the Bears come and pitch a shutout game, man, this city gonna go crazy. If we go and we shut these boys out and do not allow them to score a point,
okay, Dr. Earl said 32-6.
The city going crazy anyway because the whole summer they've been dealing with the Sky, the Cubs, and the White Sox, so they're gonna go crazy after the first snap.
All right, Andy Anderson got 41-3. I like that too. I tell you what, if Caleb Williams throw for over 400 yards, stand by.
Man.
Plank got 31-0. That's actually pretty cool.
31-0.
That would be nice.
Imagine if Plank is right and they do pitch a shutout on Sunday.
Man.
Yeah,
I would love to see that, man.
I think the whole city would burn down.
I can't remember the last game I watched they pitched a shutout, man. Anybody in the chat?
Didn't we do one last year?
We had a shutout? I don't think we had one last year.
No, I think it was probably a year. Man, I don't even know. Yeah.
Probably have to go back to 2018 or something.
Yeah.
It's our last shutout. Man.
You talking about the last opening day shutout?
No,
just
the last shutout.
Yes, the last time we held the team to 0 points. I can't even remember. I can't remember.
I know who
been that long ago. Who? Google.
Siri, when was the Chicago Bears last shutout?
Hey, we need to know. See how many we can get this year.
Yeah, that would be nice. But I'm predicting 3 turnovers by the Bears defense.
Naj has it as a tight game. 19-26.
Nah, you smoking, baby. What you doing? Come on, Naj. What you doing?
Hey, does he have the Bears winning?
Bears are winning, so I don't care.
I'll take it. Yeah.
Hey, man.
I'll take
I'm with
it. Hey, because I asked him, what column does it go into?
All right. That's all that matters to me, too.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Everybody else is excited about this year. We're excited. We get a game tomorrow with the we get Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens.
What a game.
Sir. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty good game. And then on Friday, we get to see the Green Bay Packers face the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles, down in Brazil.
Another great game.
Yeah, it's another really great game, man. I hope the Packers get the brakes beat off of them.
Man, I'm gonna need y'all. I'm gonna need y'all fellas to keep me up on that score because I gotta put this out. So I'm going to be broadcasting Florida's high school game of the week. It's going to be Cocoa Tigers, who the back-to-back state champions against the IMG Academy. And you know the IMG has
IMG Academy.
Yeah. So I'm broadcasting that game down in at the IMG in Bradenton. So that's on Friday. And so unfortunately I won't be able to catch all the games. So y'all got to at least text me the score or something. So I can be aware.
Yeah,
please.
Congratulations to you, man. We'll definitely keep you updated, man, on the score of that game. I think JC Latham went to IMG, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of those young talent. A lot of talent went to the IMG. They living it big up there, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the good thing for you, Terry, too, is the game's going to be on Peacock on Friday, so you can always go back and watch it later.
That's true. I'm only going to watch it if Green Bay loses. I mean, if Green Bay loses, then I'll watch it.
Facts. Yeah, man, we get to start the season off right though, man. We're all excited. You know, it's finally here. It's been a really long off season, man. And we got a really long season ahead. Man, I don't know what else to say about it, guys. Anybody else got anything else to say about this week, man? Or anything?
Who's gonna get the first touchdown?
First tutty? Who do you think will? Will, you on mute? Go ahead, Walt.
Rome.
Wow.
Okay. All right. What you got, Walt?
I don't know. I see Swift getting the first touchdown. We're going to get close, and they're just going to punch it in.
All right. What about you, Samo?
I'm going to go Cole Kmet, man. I'm going to go tight end, man. Big body, another big body dude in the red zone, the forgotten man. I think Cole Kmet.
I think I'm with you, Walt. I think they're gonna give it to Swift, and he's gonna punch that thing in. Yes, I'm gonna give him that. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Caleb take that like he ran in the last time and did it. But I'm gonna go with Swift. They're gonna utilize the running backs a lot this game. They have to.
Because we really didn't see Swift at all in the preseason, even when they played the starters.
Right.
They were waiting on it, man. Waiting on the season to start. I think, man, they're gonna use him a lot more than people think. I think you pay a guy, man, he's gonna have to work for you. And I think he's worked out this year. The guy, he lost the weight, he got a little bit faster, a little leaner. I think he's prepared himself to be a workhorse type back. I know that he's not built for running in between the tackles all that much, but I think he has that type of power, you know, to do it enough when needed. But you know, we'll outside zone you all day if you let us. You know, if you're gonna let us eat, then we're gonna eat out there on the outside, on the edges. So and I think he fits this scheme very well, man. And I think he's gonna have a lot of success in this scheme, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him in this with this team. Especially go ahead.
No, go ahead. Especially what?
No, I'm just gonna say, especially given the fact that he won't see stacked boxes now because we have all these weapons on the outside.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he still has something to prove. You know, I guess he felt like Philadelphia kind of gave up on him. You know what I mean? And so he's trying to prove something because when he was at Georgia, man, he was a beast. Yep. You know what I mean? So I think he's trying to get back to where he was at in Georgia. And if that be the case, then they're even more dangerous. But I think he's out to prove something, man, because he felt like they gave up on him.
Yep, I agree. Not only Philadelphia, but Detroit as well. Both teams. Both teams. So he has a lot to Detroit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's motivated, and I like to see that. Like he's one of the players, and I didn't expect that from him, to be honest. I didn't expect him to be as motivated, and I'm glad that they showed that, showed that side of him. I'm glad that I got to see him posting workout videos from the summer and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, he's really working. Cool. Like he got the bag. He got the bag already. Sometimes people get the bag and they like, hey,
they Steph Curry,
Hey, I'm chill. I'm gonna go night right now, man. Like, man, it's late. I'm gonna go chill. I'm gonna go to the party. I'm gonna do this and do that. Spend some money. Nah, I see him still motivated. I saw him still working hard. I see him motivating his teamates on the sideline. I love the way that he talked to Caleb Williams and tell Caleb, like, man, you got to be the leader of this team. Like, that's your job. You the quarterback. I don't care how long I've been on this in the league or anyone else. You the quarterback. You have to lead. And that was good to see from him, man. Like, he has a lot of maturity that I didn't know he had. I'm not going to say that. Yep.
Yeah, with Hendricks here, he's saying there's too many playmakers to stop. He's absolutely correct.
Yeah.
DJ Moore, you got Allen Rome, Komet, Everett, Herbert, Swift, Rojo, Vellis, and even Caleb. He can hit you both through the air and with his legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just insane.
We also have weapons, special teams. We have a punter, who I'm going to call 10 Pin, I guess. I don't know. We got to figure out a nickname for him, man. 10 Pin. We pin you inside the 10 all day because that's what I'm expecting from him, and force teams to try to, go to the length of the field against this great Bears defense, which I don't think they'll be able to do. That's going to help us a lot, man. And then we are finally going to have a defense that's going to be able to play with a lead, man. We haven't had that. And we've never had that. We've never had a Bears defense that can consistently play with a lead. I think this team has the opportunity to do that, to put up some points on offense and, make some stops on defense, because we usually allow our defense to be worn out by the second half of the games. By the second half of the game, they worn out from all the 3 and outs and all of this. So, they'll hold up until that second half. And then after a while, it's just like, we've been on the field for way too long. Now we're going to have a lead.
Down. Yeah.
Man, now we're going to play with a lead, man. Get to pin our ears back and rush the passer. Like, I expect to see a lot of turnovers this year.
And we didn't talk about it yet, but that new kickoff rule, I wouldn't be surprised to see some little trickery too. You know what I mean? Back there, because we got a lot of talent back there for the kickoff. That special teams plays a big role. So we can very instantly be at the 40 or 50-yard line, doing kickoffs immediately, because they got all the new kickoff rules, and you kick it this way and not between the 10 or the 20, however these rules are, automatically goes to the 35 or 40, something like that. They're still trying to figure out, well, they know the rules, but they're still trying to, actually protect. Well, not protect. How can I say it? I'm trying to say the word. They're still trying to figure it out in the grand scheme of things. So
they're trying to scheme it up.
Yeah, there's room for trickery. There's room. We got a lot of talent, man. There's room for everything, So I can see that happening.
See, real question is, who's getting the first sack and when?
Oh, wow. That's Montez Sweat.
Has to be, yeah.
And Will, you on mute.
Mr. Will Levis, the mayonnaise king, he gonna give us at least 4 sacks, 3 picks. I'm gonna say the first sack is going to go to Gervon Dexter, because when they roll that line down to stop Sweat, Big Dex coming on the stunt and gonna eat. And then the next couple will be going to either Darryl Taylor, or I'm even give you another surprise. Daniel Hardy gonna get in on the action.
Yeah.
Is Sanborn still starting for us as a
the Bears like to come out with in the nickel. They like coming out with a nickel. They say that their starting package is a nickel package, so they typically come out with Kyler Gordon replacing Sanborn. But if it's a run on the first play, then Sanborn comes out. It depends on what they're facing. If they're facing 2 tight ends, then you'll see Sanborn out there. If they're facing 1 tight end, then you're going to see our guy, Kyler Gordon, out there in replacing him. So, they're both starters, I guess. You can say that they're both starters,
I think Sweat's going to get the first sack. I think he's going to set the trend, and that's going to motivate everybody on that line after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, like Will was saying, they're going to shift towards Sweat. So I'm thinking maybe the guy on the opposite end might pick up the first sack.
Maybe the guy we just signed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Daryl
That
Taylor.
defensive end we just signed.
Yeah, no, definitely. I
Yeah.
think he's definitely got a chance. You know, he's had almost 10 sacks in a season, so he's no slouch.
Yep, he's on that side with J.C. Latham. Like I say, J.C. Latham is a little heavy-footed and a little over-aggressive, man. Speed will beat him. I think Speed's going to have a problem facing NFL speed, especially guys who are not going to allow you to put your hands on them immediately, you know. So, you know, I think he definitely has an opportunity. I'm with Will, though, man. This game, we could have a 6-sack game. We could have a 6-sack game.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We could have a 6-sack game against this offensive line. I think that they have good players, but I can see it. I can see it happening, man. I like what we have on our team, and I like us playing with a lead at some point in this game to make Tennessee Titans one-dimensional, in which is going to just create more opportunities to rush the passer and to get turnovers.
Yeah.
Well, like you were saying, Sam, I mean, both guards they had last year gave up at least 5 sacks.
Yep.
Both Skoronsky and the other kid.
I didn't say that. You said it. Well, I didn't know that.
Well, no, you were talking about J.C. Latham in the line there, so I just brought it up.
That is crazy.
I can't remember what Cushenberry did. I was looking it up earlier, but I just forgot. But you know, both your guards there, you're averaging like to combine, they have 10 sacks last year. It's not that great.
Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, that's good to hear. That's actually good to hear. So, you know, they're a work in progress. I think their offensive line coach is Bill Callahan, former Raiders coach. He was the head coach of the Raiders. His son is now the head coach in Brian Callahan. So, you know.
Well, we could be as optimistic as Jigsaw here too, saying we're gonna get a safety.
Woo! We're gonna have our opportunity, right?
Yeah.
We got that punter. We got that man. We got that man back there.
Man, I'm ready to suit up now, man. I think I can play at least. I go back to my cornerback days. I'm ready to get at least 2 or 3 picks or something. God, man, I'm so ready for football. It's
gonna be exciting to see, man. I know they're gonna put it all together. I'm looking forward to seeing Caleb go crazy. I'm looking forward to seeing the offense just blossom. And this defense, we already know who we got on our defense, man. Those guys are confident. They got swag. Like, those dudes are going to come out and they're going to ball out. You know what? I want to say one thing, man. One more thing about that Hard Knocks episode that I did not like.
Let me close my ears.
I just thought about, man, that I did not like, man. Jalen Johnson admitting that he has problems with option routes pissed me off, man. I was like, why would you go on national TV and say this? Like, he was. I'm not gonna give it up for you, Terry, but that's pretty much the gist of what he said. He said that he has a little problems with it and he was working on it, but we know that he plays on the boundaries, so I don't know if we'll have to worry about it as much. But I just
don't want too many options no more anyway. So
right, especially not on the boundary. So I think he was just testing himself to see if he could ever, move into the slot and to the nickel position and follow a receiver. But yeah, I didn't like that at all. That was that kind of pissed me. I'm like, how would you say that? Like, damn. Now you're gonna be tested.
maybe to your point, Samo, he's kind of planting the seed a little bit. Be like, hey, if we can get Johnson on the option route, he's actually pretty good. But I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm gonna tell him I suck.
Right. I hope so. I hope you're right, Paul. I hope you're right.
Hey, that's how I used to do when I was playing spades against people. I used to tell them I couldn't play. Until they sat down.
Hey, man.
Just trying to hustle,
I hope he's right. I hope he's a good poker player. Look, poker player, spades player, Hey, Jalen, don't give away your weaknesses, man. Don't do that. We ain't doing that. You don't have no weaknesses, dog. I think you're going to overcome all of that anyway. But I just hated to hear you say that on TV for other teams to watch. Man.
I think I'll be tuning in tomorrow for the first game. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's on Prime, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep. First game. I just put my little bet in.
Yeah, I got to do that too.
Put my little bet in, put my little parlay in. I hope I hit my parlay.
I got to do the same thing.
I need to get in on that, guys. So y'all leave me out in the passer now.
We'll talk offline about it.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
what a game to start the season, though. I mean, I'm not a Chiefs fan, but
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to pick two teams to kick off the NFL year, it's Kansas City and it's Baltimore.
Yeah, and Baltimore is looking for some get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they got Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they got Derrick Henry, man, with Lamar Jackson. That's gonna be crazy.
Mm.
That's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah,
Motivated Derrick Henry too. Like, man,
Mm-hmm.
like he knows that this is his last run at it. He's come out this week and said if he was on that team last year, they would have went all the way. If he was on the Ravens last year, so which I can't say that they wouldn't have. Like, man, that's a dude you have to account for. He's used to seeing those stacked boxes, and he's still able to plow right through. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
It's a little different this time.
Yeah,
Yep.
to answer Swift's question here about the draft, I won't be streaming the draft. I actually have to head out in a few minutes, so I only have time to do the hour show tonight.
Okay.
But
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, boy. So, Will, you got anything else to say, man? Anything else you want to talk about, Will?
Hey man, like I said, I'm just pumped up. I'm ready to rock. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like Jada. Jada said, "Look, I'm tired of all the talking. Let's strap it up. Let's get between them 20s and let's go to work." You know, point blank period. You know what I'm saying? I think Bayless is gonna have a big game. Man, we got so many people that gonna pose mismatches this Sunday that, man, I'm super excited. Like, I'm glad that we starting off in the way, because right now I know the preseason 4-0, but to have that winning culture, that mindset, like when you step on the field, you expect to win now. You expect to win. There's no other thought process but to dominate. They are motivated right now by success. Like, that's all everybody talks about. When you hear these guys talk, they got that glee in their eyes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like watching The Last Dragon when Bruce Leroy had that glow. They got that glow.
All right. All right. Yes, sir.
T, you muted. T, you muted.
Who's the master? Show enough.
Show up.
So,
So that's what. Cause look, on Friday night when the Packers lose, it's gonna be pandemonium in Tinseltown, and then Detroit gonna come out and lose, and then we're gonna come out and dominate. We done set the stage. Mark my words now. Watch what's gonna happen. It's gonna be complete pandemonium in Detroit and Green Bay. And then we 1-0 sitting above the standing. Everybody gonna be like, "Oh, it's a fluke." Then week 2, we're gonna shock the world again. Sunday night.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling it.
Week 2 is the test, Will. You know,
Week 2 is the litmus test. If we pass week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, man, look, we're coming out the gate 6-0, guys. Woo. Week 2 is the litmus test, baby.
preacher.
Yes, sir.
You gotta believe it.
Let them use you now. Let them use you.
Look,
Use it.
and the guys believe
to that.
we got winners, man. We got some winners on both sides of the ball that truly believe that we're gonna dominate. We're gonna eliminate the mistake. We're gonna stay motivated. Like, at the end of the day, we got what it takes. If the line on both sides, which I truly believe, will hold up and get penetration, stop the run, protect the pass, bro, it's over. The league is on watch. The league is on notice. So guess what? Don't be afraid, but don't take us lightly. Be very afraid. This is gonna be some 300. This is some Sparta type stuff that's about to happen this year, guys.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Instead of 300, we got 53. You know what I'm saying? We got a great assortment of coaches. We got a phenomenal front office. When I saw Ian Cunningham talking to Austin Reed, and I saw Ryan Post, how he was talking to Adrian Cole, like, man, we truly got an organization of people that don't only care about the business, but they care about the player.
Yeah.
It's not just transactional, guys. Like you know, they really care about these guys. And when people know you care about them, they'll run through a brick wall for you. If they say, "Look, I'm here to get a paycheck. I'm gonna get my paycheck every Tuesday and call it a day. I don't care if we lose by 30 or win by 2. It don't matter. but it's something extra when you know you got somebody that's in your corner that's pushing for you to be great and be phenomenal. That's what we got.
Yes, sir. Hey,
yes, I do like Hendrick's comments here. He goes, "Why does everybody think the Bears are going to lose to the Texans? They lost to the Panthers with C.J. Stroud. Do you know who the Bears quarterback is?
Facts,
It's Caleb Williams."
Facts.
Hey, I'm with you when you're right, Hendricks. I'm with you when you're right.
Facts,
Yes, sir.
That was a deep statement right there. Facts, bro. I like that. And the thing is, he's spot on, bro. Like we got Caleb, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got a generational talent, guys.
And there's not going to be weather's not going to be a factor because it's in their little dome. I know it's a retractable field, so weather's definitely not going to be a factor.
Hey, you know what? Good thing. Like I saw, man, no starting offensive lineman on the injured list so far.
Right.
And there's Ryan Bates, but he's back up. So
yeah, that's encouraging.
I think Will hit the nail on the head, man, when he said, man, you got to expect to win, man. We have a team where we can expect to win against everyone. I can look on their schedule and I can expect that we can beat each and every team that we face. I can set that. I can honestly say that this year. Like we have a roster to compete in every game that we play, So I expect to win 17 games, but I just know in the NFL, like it just doesn't work that way. Things happen. Refs get in the way, players get hurt and go down, crazy things happen. So I expect to win every day, every week. I'm never going to bet against the Bears. I'm never going to say we're going to lose when we get to that game, unless, half our team is hurt or something like that. Like I expect to win. Like we have a team now where the expectations are that we can go out and compete with any team in this league, man. Any team that goes for Patty Mahomes, that goes for Lamar Jackson, and in Baltimore, that goes for Philly. Any of those teams, like man, we can compete and we can stand up against all of those teams. So man, it's just good to say and good to be in this situation right now. And man, it's exciting. It's exciting time for Bears fans. Let's go, baby.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Yeah. So very quickly while we're finishing up here, guys, I do want to let everyone in the chat know Mondays, 6:15 Central Time, 7:15 Eastern Time is going to be the show after the Sunday games. It's going to give you enough time in case you want to watch Monday Night Football, so you can come watch us. That doesn't infringe on that. But Will, you wanted to let them know about the Friday event. Yeah,
this Friday, man, we got a nice joint event with one of the top Tennessee Titans media guys. Do the drum roll there, Walt.
Yeah, so.
Mr. Jim White. He's been following the Tennessee Titans since 1999. So it's like every week, guys, we're planning to do a joint show with whoever the opposing team's best media outlet is, so we can talk strengths, weaknesses. We'll talk our offense versus their defense and our defense versus their offense, and talk about who we're going to pick to be the key players of those games. So like this year is going to be fun. It's going to be action packed. We're going to take it 1 week at a time. We're going to stack them like Legos 1 week at a time. So look, make sure y'all guys are tuning in. Make sure y'all are liking, subscribing, sharing. Like, come on, hey guys, let's make this one of the best channels and stations in Bearland, because we're starting as one, but before you know it, it's going to be all 32. Because the monsters of the gridiron, we in the building, baby. We're in the building. So guess what? You need to be a part of this thing, baby.
Put them up, Walt. Put them up.
We all been getting swole in the gym, so we can fit these shirts and look good in these things, baby. Come on and get with us, baby. Come get with us, baby. Look at the definition, baby. Come on. We're going to go out here and dominate. On 1, 2, 3, dominate.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And on that note,
I don't think we can top that.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hey, called up.
Yeah.
Have a good night, all. If you have any questions you want to see on the Titans video on Friday, just leave them a comment, and I'll make sure they get answered for you.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. But we're gonna take off. You all have a good night and bear down.
Bear down.